table for the time being. Arsenal take on Man City in 25 minutes and counting. But Liverpool 2-1. Great goals. Luko ended up scoring off that nice deflection, basically. But the second goal for Salah was just a phenomenal team goal. It really was. And for me, the match today was stressful. It didn't at times feel as if we should have won, right? At times, it almost felt like we were playing against the refs just because of the huge disparity in fouls between the two teams. I mean, really, that's ultimately what it felt like. It felt like, I mean, if I'm looking at the stats here, I'm pulling up the stats and I'm looking at a huge foul disparity, right? And I'll share my screen with you guys so you can see here. Okay? Come on, scroll down. There you go. Look at this. Where's the fouls? Where are the fouls? 20-6. 20 fouls for Liverpool, 6 for Brighton. To me, that is an unbelievable disparity of fouls to have to deal with. Ryan, what's going on, man? That is an unbelievable disparity of fouls to have to deal with. But again, Liverpool battled back, okay? And you look at the stats, I mean, Liverpool had 30 shots. 30 shots, 8 on target. You know, a lot of them were just blocked, right? We had a lot of shots over the bar. We had some wide. And some shots offside, right? There was a great save by Verbruggen right there at the end of Salah, which could have been 3-1. There was a goal from Diaz that was offside. So again, there were tons of chances throughout this game for Liverpool to really, you know, run away with it. But I don't know. Just seems like we make it hard for ourselves sometimes. But what matters is the 3 points. And overall, I think everyone played extremely well. I just want to give a shout out to McAllister because Alexis McAllister this season, man, has been a revelation of a player. I mean, this guy today, especially, he got an assist, but overall, just his ability to link, build up to the front line and hold possession in the midfield because we were losing the ball like crazy to start the game. Really. I mean, could not control possession the first 20 minutes. McAllister just brought it all together. Endo, a little bit more quiet today. McAllister was really the facilitator in that midfield, but really good play. And towards the end, when Szoboszlai had that shot that was just wide of the post, after that, his confidence just skyrocketed, and we really saw what Szoboszlai was made of. Let's go over to the chat real quick and say what's up. Liz, Dermot, what's going on, man? Ryan, of course. Hashish in here. Hello there. Salah had a stinker, but we moved. And, you know, Salah still scored. Even with the stinker, Salah still scored. Spence, what's going on? Queen says the ref was pathetic. And this is what I'm getting at, guys. I'm just going to pull it up so you can see. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, the disparity in fouls. 20-6. 20-6. Okay? And some of those fouls, I mean, the yellow cards were one thing, but some of those fouls were just flat out bad calls. I mean, there were literally times where it was shoulder to shoulder. There was a foul at the end of the game, not end of the game, but towards the end on Van Dijk. And Van Dijk was tracking back, pulled the shoulder of the player. I can't remember who it was. And he was given a yellow card. I get it. But I don't get the foul, dude. I don't get sometimes. So yes, situationally, I get that it should be a yellow, right? But there was a line behind him. There were defenders back. He barely pulled on him, and the guy went down. He gives him a foul and a yellow card. I mean, some of it just didn't make sense to me. Ardio, what's going on? Wild refereeing performance. 60% possession in the first half. 14 fouls to 3. We definitely need to start finishing these games off, though. McAllister was incredible. I could not agree more. McAllister, just absolutely next level, this guy today. And, you know, some people think Salah had a stinker. You know, maybe he was giving the ball away a little bit early. But, again, he still came away with a goal. And that's the sign of a great player and really a great team. Right? We're a great team because we can come back from being down. I know it's stressful. You don't want to be down at any point in the game, but being able to come back from being down and win, That's now 26 points this season we've recovered from losing positions. That's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And stressful, yeah. But even Salah to have a stinker and still get the goal, again, facilitated by Soboslai and McAllister, great team goal. That shows that he's always in the right position. And Luis Diaz as well. I mean, Luis Diaz, to finish that off the way he did, he had to read that ball off of the deflection from Dunk or Veltman, whoever it was, and finish that. Those key plays, because we really were struggling to really create something offensively just because of how tight Brighton were playing. We got the job done. Man. And Roshan here says McAllister is the player that we wanted Thiago to be. That's an interesting way to put it. Very interesting way to put it. Ross says we're the heart attack Reds, and we are. We absolutely are. We don't make it easy for ourselves ever. Blood pressure through the roof. Energy just, all over the place, man. I was stressing, especially at the end there. Oh, stressful stuff here. Dermot says, do refs know that it's a man's game? Don't take the physicality out of the game. Refs are shocking. Today, especially, again, I talked about the foul disparity. 20-6 is something that needs to be addressed. Right? I know there's sometimes teams play more physical, and maybe we do play more physical. I mean, I feel like we do. But 20-6, man, it seemed like every 2 seconds we're turning around and there's a foul called. Wow. Delighted because Brighton are a bogey team. I don't know. I think Brighton are good on their day. They really are. But Ryan says, I just want to see Gomez score. There was a point at the end of the game where I think it was like Cody Gakpo. It was literally like the last seconds. I thought for a second Gomez was going to take it in and maybe score, but maybe next time. Maybe next time. Let's see here. Who brought this up? Who said it? I'm trying to find. Oh. Queen here says Salah is fasting. He was tired, but still gave us the winner. Okay. Did not know that. Trap Joe. I think Salah was fat. Okay. So apparently Salah was fasting, even though he still scored. Playing without water for hours could have a big effect on his performance. So is it not a water fast? He does a pure fast where it's nothing. That's impressive. That's really impressive. Shout out to everyone who's here. I appreciate your support as always. And those of you who were over on TIFO during the watch along, thank you so much. The support is great. We're going to be on TIFO going forward. So if you guys want to create an account, you can over on the link. And I put it in the description of the Sunday summary this morning. Go ahead and use that. I don't have it right now, but go ahead and check that out and use the referral code Kyle, all caps, KYLE, for watch-alongs going forward. Jordan Welch, what's going on? Glad we won. Missed most of the game since I was at church. That's right. Happy Easter to everyone, however you guys celebrate. It is quality, man, because, I'm no good if I don't have breakfast or coffee. And, I mean, if Salah's going in, no water, nothing, just fasting, credit to him. Dermot says, I think City win 2-1. Before we even get into previewing that, let's do player ratings, all right? Let's start from the back with Kelleher, okay? For me, Kelleher, he didn't really have to do much. That goal, there's no stopping that goal, right? I mean, Danny Welbeck, that strike was just exceptional. So for me, I mean, I'll give Kelleher a 7, right? He did have a really good save off that corner. I think it was a header by Dunk in like the 81st minute. Really good save there, and came to collect the ball a few times. I'll just give him a 7. There was nothing exceptional. Bradley, towards the end of the game, really started impressing me. He wasn't really a factor in the first half. I'll give Bradley a 7.5. Again, solid performance from Bradley. To me, that's a solid number. Kwanzaa, excellent. Kwanzaa gets an 8 for me. There were times where Kwanzaa was tracking back, outrunning wingers to get back. Kwanzaa, just a very, very solid defender, man. Really good, giving him an 8. Van Dijk, another 8 for me. Clearances, headers, in the right place at the right time. And there was a point in the game. It was the first half. We weren't pressing well. And Van Dijk stayed up after a corner to press. He stayed up after to press, and then he created a chance to win the ball back, but he looks over at Diaz. He said, that's what you need to do. I need you up. I need you pressing. So I really liked that from Van Dijk. Just another 8 from Van Dijk. Getting into the midfield, man, McAllister, I'm giving McAllister, dude, I'm giving McAllister a 10. Just unbelievable play from McAllister today. Everything. I mean, he may have lost the ball one time in the first half, but aside from that, he gets the assist, facilitating, just everything about McAllister today. He's a 10. Man of the match, 10. Solid for me. Okay. I see some 8, 7, 5, 8. Everyone, yep. Man of the match, Mac and Endo. So going to Endo, Trap Joe, Endo was kind of quiet. Maybe he was just doing his job. I didn't see much from Endo, but because I didn't see much from him, I'm just gonna give Endo a 7.5. Right? Solid performance. Nothing outstanding, nothing bad. 7.5 for me for Endo. Moving to Soboslai. I'm gonna give Soboslai, I'm gonna give him an 8. And the reason I'm gonna give him an 8, he was quiet in the first half. As soon as he facilitated that Salah goal, right? And actually, it was really the shot that went wide of the post. All of that energy came out, and we saw what Soboslai can do. For him, it's a confidence thing at this point. It's never been a question of ability for him. It's always been a question of where's his form? Is his confidence there? So for me, I'm going 8 for Soboslai. Now, going into the front line, okay, Salah, because of the goal, I'm going to give Salah an 8 as well, okay? The reason I'm giving Salah an 8, not a 9 or a 10, mainly because of how much he was giving the ball away in the first half. But even so, I'm even more inclined to give Salah like an 8.5 or a 9. I really am, just because even though he was giving the ball away, that's really the only criticism I have. He was still getting in and behind the defensive line to make plays, and he scored. So actually, you know what? Let me give Salah a 9. Let me give Salah a 9 because of, one, the goal, but two, just how much he stayed with it, right? He didn't get discouraged by the lack of fouls called on him, because there was the penalty that could have been called, and then he was pulled to the ground, and he was pissed off, but he didn't let it get to him. Stayed in there, ended up getting the goal, giving him a 9. Nunez, 7, right? 7. I know Obi Finest giving Salah a 7. I know a lot of people thought Salah was off today, but I'm going to give him a 9 just for the goal. And he also had a lot of chances. He did give the ball away, so I get it. I originally went with an 8. But again, Nunez for me, 7. I didn't see much from Nunez. Diaz, bro. Diaz, 9.5? 9.5 for Diaz? Can we get an agreement here? 9.5? The guy was phenomenal today. Really, and not just today, the last month or two, Luis Diaz has just been exceptional. I'm giving the man a 9.5. All right. Obi Finest says Nunez didn't get the service, so 7.5. Trap Joe says Salah was an 8 for me. Obi Finest, Diaz, 8.5. I mean, God, man, if it wasn't for VAR, Diaz, he's getting close to a 10. I think he was great. Trap Joe, Diaz, 9 for effort, 8.5. Okay, so maybe I'm a little more optimistic than a lot of people with the 9.5, but Dermot, man of the match, of course. Not Dermot, but McAllister. And substitutes, Cody Gakpo didn't really do anything. Gravenberch, did he even have a touch? Elliott, I'm not even going to rate them. They were on the field for like 2 seconds. Overall, I just think McAllister and Diaz stood out for me today. I saw the effort there from everybody. There was no lack of effort from anybody. I mean, even I forgot Gomez. I didn't give Gomez a rating. Feel like I'll give Gomez a 7.5. He had a back heel today. He had a cool little back heel. Unless Gomez really messes up, he plays so solid. Yeah. So the 2 9s today, actually, I technically gave 3. I gave Salah a 9, but I originally gave him an 8. So let's just round it out to 8.5 for Salah. 2 9s, Diaz and McAllister for me. Gomez 7.5. Stellar says Gomez solid 7. Solid 7. And Obi Finest 7.5. To me, my baseline is a 7, right? And then if we win, for me, I take the player ratings. I know they're player ratings, but I take the whole game into account. And so I'll give him a 7.5 if there wasn't any big mess ups, right? no one really messed up today. Everyone played pretty damn solid. So for me, those are my player ratings. Man of the match is obviously McAllister, right? McAllister is so solid. And there was even I read this Deserby. Deserby did like an interview. I don't know if it was over the international break or maybe before the game today, but he had talked about McAllister as a person. Just talked about how good of a man he is, professional, and obviously a good footballer, right? He said that before McAllister left Brighton, he went into his office and he professionally said, "Look, this is what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to go to Liverpool." He didn't let the media come out and say anything, which is I feel like a lot of players let that happen now. A lot of guys let the media tell the story. And to me, that's just a lack of professionalism. So I have a lot more respect for McAllister right now. Trap Joe, yes, Kwanzaa was solid. I'm so happy that we signed McAllister. He's just one of those guys that is becoming for me a glue guy, a staple. And someone in our stream on Tifo today said he is right now a top 5 midfielder in the Premier League. What do you guys think about that take? Is that too hot of a take, or do you think he is a top 5 midfielder in this league right now? Because at the beginning of the season, you could have said Soboslai was. Last month, before the international break, we're all talking about how solid Endo was, right? And now, after today, McAllister has really grown into whatever role he's playing, whether he's playing in the 6 or an 8, whatever he's playing that day, McAllister is great. Obi Finest, this is the comment of the week right here. Ref was a 3-5. That's a stretch. I'll give him a 3. And Obi Finest says Mac is the best midfielder right now in the Premier League. And look, I'm here for it, guys. I'm absolutely here for it. And Trap Joe, that's what I'm going to end on today. Macca was on it today. Just a pure quality performance from McAllister. And guys, now we're about to lock in to the Arsenal and Man City match. Again, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's here right now. Slap a like on the stream, but also those who tuned into the watch along for on Tifo. Again, the support means the world, and that platform really is the up and coming way to do watch alongs. So again, I'll share the stream. I'll share the link to all of our future watch alongs in the description, but I'm telling you guys, you're missing out if you're not over there. Okay. Tons of features that YouTube does not have. You can send GIFs. You can send emojis, react to emojis. You can have side conversations with people in the live chat. You can even request to come on stage with me. Okay. If you have a thought about a VAR decision, or you just want to get your thoughts out there, you can call in. There's a little hand button. You raise it, you come over, and you can come on stage with me and share your thoughts. It really is cool. It really is. So I appreciate it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the Man City Arsenal match. I'm praying for a draw. I'm praying for a draw, guys. Until next time, Reds. Take care.